Okay, as per our discussion, right? Today we just thought of going with the review process, right? So, very good morning, Payas.
Good morning.
Okay, fine. See, like what is meant by SDLC?
Hello, sorry.
SDLC.
Software development life SDLC.
Why
Software
we want
development
to
life
go for SDLC process?
SDLC process. This is the process through which we follow the rules and to deliver the quality product.
Okay, fine. See, what are the types of SDLC models that are available?
Types of SDLC: waterfall model, agile model, spiral model,
V model, incremental model.
Okay.
yes, yes.
So waterfall, RAD, spiral, V model, incremental, iterative,
Agile model,
and agile.
V
That is
model.
yes, fine. So why the people are going to choose the V model?
Because it have two parts like developers life cycle and testers life cycle. And but you said now we are using the agile model, right?
Right,
Using the Jira tool.
right.
Every
See,
2 weeks.
why the people are going to prefer V model? See, these models and all. What is the purpose of this? Like choosing these models here. See, based on the customer needs and also to satisfy the customer. So we are just going to choose particular models based on the inputs which you are getting from the customers, right?
Yes.
So, okay, what is the purpose of going for V model?
Verification and validation model.
Okay. See, what is the main purpose means? We in the V model only, like previously before V model comes into the picture, we are not going to validate the things.
Oh yes, validation.
So document validation and all, it is not done by the testers previously. So documentation is going to be validated by the project managers or someone. So document validation gets started at the like in the V model only.
Yes, in every page of SDLC, we have to verify the documents, right?
Yes.
We have to validate the documents
Correct.
in each page of SDLC. So
Hmm.
testing start from first page itself, and it
Right.
avoid the defects. It help to prevent the defect, right?
Right.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Fine. Okay. You just got it right. I think. Like, what about others? Like, they did not join yet. Okay. Anyway, fine. See, if you are just going to do the validation at the documentation level, then what it's going to be like what is the main advantages of that?
We can prevent the defect, or we can catch the process in the early stage before development.
Right.
And the cost is so it can save the cost.
Okay.
and the
fine.
efforts of development.
Okay. In the SDLC model, what exactly we are just going to do in the system designing phase, and who is the persons they are going to work on that particular system designing phase? In the system design phase, who is going to involve, and what are the outputs of the system design? Yes, Payas.
The product owners.
Hmm. Yes, please. So, see here in the system design phase, mainly after getting the system requirement specification document and functional specification documents, so the architect and the project manager are going to involve more in the designing phase, and also the leads. Okay, they are going to design the complete system, and the output of this particular design phase is going to be some set of high level and low level design documents are going to be the outputs, which is going to be useful for the developers to develop the things, okay, easily, and as well as the same documents are going to be used by us as a QA test engineers for preparing the test cases also. You just got it right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, next, let's see, as a test engineer, so where your exact role gets started?
In system testing, we the
See,
QA roles.
actually, 1 second, I just want to tell you one thing here. See, yeah, like whatever the model you are just going to talk, right? You just want to be very much clear. See, always, if you are going to say that you are going to use agile methodology, means you just try to explain all your answers related to that particular methodology only. Like all the answers should be related to that agile model or agile methodology. Okay, you should not convey your answers, one answer from one model and another answer from another model. It should not be like that. Always, if you are going to say that you are going to use one particular model,
Okay.
then you try to answer all the questions related to that model. So here my question is, first question, like in the interview they are going to face, like what is the model you are just using in your project? So
Agile.
yeah, you always go with the agile, don't go with any other old models, because nowadays like all the companies has started using the agile model. You just say that you are working on agile model, and what is your sprint time, like either
two
2 weeks or 3 weeks. See,
3 weeks.
there is an optional, you should not say it as an optional. You should accurately say that either you have a sprint of 2 week sprint or 3 week sprint. It's going to be very much accurate. So you're getting my point.
Yeah.
So you either you say 2 weeks or either you say 3 weeks. So in that, and what are the roles that are involved in the sprint model, like in the agile model?
In agile model, the roles are product owner, scrum master, QA team, developers team, and business analyst.
Okay.
And customer.
Yes, customer. See how we are just going to raise the issues in Jira. See, for bug tracking purpose, what is the tool you are using? This is the first question. For
Jira.
bug tracking.
Jira
Yes.
or Bugzilla.
Yes. Super. If they're going to ask you any question, what is the tool you are using for bug tracking purpose means you want to say Jira. Okay. In
So what
Jira,
about Bugzilla?
Bugzilla, if you are familiar with that, you can just say that. But most of the people nowadays they are started using the Jira only. So see, if you are going to talk about Bugzilla, you just be clear about the Bugzilla related stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So Bugzilla is one of the tool. You just want to aware of that particular tool before you just go to any interview or anything. And but you always say that you are using for management tool purpose and as well as bug tracking tool. Both like we are using the Jira for both of these particular things. So that is the answer you want to like. It should come up from your end. One second. What about this two guys? Like 1 second. I'm just going to. Okay, fine, not a problem. I think let them join. See, when like you are just going to say that you are working on agile methodology,
Yes.
then you may get a question like what is the bug tracking tool you are using in the in your agile. So you are going to say Jira. So next question it's going to be like how you just how you will be able to raise any issue or bug in the Jira.
First, our product owner divide the requirement into user stories.
See,
And
my question is very straightforward. How you are going to raise a bug in Jira? So no, not required what the product owner is doing, what the Scrum Master is doing.
do we need to tell that we have to click on create button and then select the bug? This
Where
is
to open
Okay.
assigned.
No, no. See here, see the question. You just understand the question. How you are going to raise a bug in Jira? That is the question. It's very straightforward. Sujata has. So I think she is telling the same. Like she has started with the thing. So you are just. We will be raising the bugs using the by clicking on the create button. So we'll be getting some set of information. So we are going to enter all the information as a bug, and we are going to fill out summary, description, and also in addition to that, what is the, like, if I want to map this bug to link this bug to any one of the user story. So and so such kind of things and all you are just going to raise in under which sprint this bug needs to be addressed. So like that you are just going to.
Okay. Yeah, we need to tell the process.
Okay. So just you try to prepare, like you just try to create one or two bugs on your own. Maybe if you have some time, you can see already you have the URL access. So please
Yes.
use that Jira tool access and try to create some bugs on your own. Even try to create user stories also. It's not a like a problem. Okay. I have just given the access for you people. You can directly access those things. Okay. So see, what are the priority? Like what is meant by issue priority and severity?
Those are the defect classification.
Pardon?
Those are the defect classification, severity and priority. Both are the defect classification. Severity means the urgent. We have to do it right away.
Severity means the impact on the business, and priority means how soon we should fix this bug. And priorities are P0, P1 to P6, and severities are uh, blocker, critical, medium, and low.
Okay. Right. See, severity in the sense, so which one needs to be more critical, or which is going to, what are the severity related things are available means critical, high, medium, low, and cosmetic. Priority in the sense, so which one the developer needs to take it as a priority. That means critical related bugs needs to be addressed first. That is called a P1. See, we are going to call that as a P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 related stuff. So first critical related stuff and all, they're going to make it as a priority one issues. That means first they want to fix, developer needs to fix this priorities, priority one issues. Then they're going to take high level priority two related issues.
Yeah.
So like that, you are just going to, next one is medium is priority 3. Low is priority 4. Cosmetic means priority 5. So like that, we are just going to have some set of classifications based on your project. Okay.
Yeah.
So see, like they're going to ask you, can you please explain any one of the high severity bug with low priority? High severity with low
the
priority.
login page, employee information page.
No, that is high severity and high priority login pages. If about us page is showing blank, or any corner side functionality is not working.
Any pop-up messages is not coming. No.
Okay. I'm asking high priority bugs.
No, you were asking about high
Low
severity.
severity. High priority bug.
High priority and low severity. Any spelling mistake or any spelling mistake on corner side functionality or about us page, or a
Here,
logo.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll just
logo.
tell you one small thing. You have designed one of the web application. Okay. In that, actually, instead of that customer company logo, you have provided some other company logo in that particular in the home page itself, in the starting page itself. So, as per your as per a test engineer, it is a high priority bug only. Actually, company logo itself, it's wrongly getting displayed means it's going to be very critical only, right, for us. But actually, when it goes to the developer, right, like see, it is, but because of that, it is the system is not going to like system functionalities and all. It's going to works fine. Okay, so that is not going to be a much the system is not getting broken. Like it is working fine. But when the customer logs in, instead of he sees its logo, he is going to see some other logo, means it's going to be very awkward, right? So that is the reason we are going to say that this is a very critical one. But as per developer, right? So they may treat that as a low priority bug. They may fix. They are going to fix that. But before that, if there is any crashes or there means first they want to give the preference to the crashes only, right, in the system, instead of changing the logo. You are understanding or not?
Yes, yes.
So such
Yes.
kind of things and all is going to be there. And in the similar way, low severity bugs and high priority. So what are that kind of example? Can you please explain low severity and high priority bugs?
Yeah, the logo of a company, if there is any change, color change in logo of company, low severity and high priority.
Hmm? Can you please repeat once again?
Logo of the color change in logo of the company.
Okay.
Because the functionality is working, but the logo of the company is high priority.
Okay.
And
See,
if
like
any
this, you
mistake
just
on
see
homepage.
what I'm trying to say here. See, you want to be like not related to common related things. You want to say, see, these things and all. If they are going to come up with some set of, they are going to ask you, kindly, can you please explain me related to your project or something? They are going to ask you. So in that scenario, you want to be very careful and try to go through some of the things and you just prepare that. Okay. Okay. What are the main advantages of going to the spiral model?
The main advantage.
Yes.
Releases are very small.
Mm-hmm.
Each we release
See,
the small modules at one time, and so we can catch the defects and what requirements are. We can add the requirement at the end of at the end of each module.
okay. Okay, fine. Not a problem. So what do you mean by a build?
Sorry,
Build.
build. Okay,
Yes.
build is a software, a piece of software
Okay.
developed by developer.
Okay. Build of software
Mm.
is going to get released.
Okay.
Okay. So usually, most probably some of the projects, how many cycles are going to be followed? How many number of cycles defect tracking related sub cycles are going to be there, right? How many cycles the team should follow?
Cycle.
Cycle in the sense, see, when you the developer has released one build, and it came to the test engineers. Test engineers are testing some bugs. If you are going to raise the bugs, it is going to be assigned to the developer. Developer is going to work on this issue. Once they fix right, so again the tester needs to retest.
Okay, software testing life cycle. Okay, software testing life cycle, right?
Yes.
I
So
mean,
software testing life cycle, not the software testing, bug life cycle. I'm just calling it as a bug life cycle.
Okay, sorry. Okay, bug life cycle.
So see, like, can you please explain me the STLC process? What is the STLC process you are following in your company?
Yes, once we get a once tester get a new bug, if he found a new bug, then the status is open. Sorry, the status is new, and then this bug goes to developer team. The status is open, and the developer team's manager assign this bug to a particular developer. Then the status is assigned, and the developer check the exist whether it is a valid.
I'm asking about STLC process, software testing life cycle process.
Oh, sorry. Test. Okay, sorry. Requirement analysis, test planning, then test execution, report, report and tracking bug, and test closure.
Yes, fine. No, okay. So you should be very much careful while answering
Oh,
these
yes.
questions. Okay. So
Yeah,
you just don't
yes.
confuse between SDLC process, STLC process, bug lifecycle process.
Yeah, this is first time. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for this.
Okay, fine. Not a problem. So see how much percentage of the requirements can be automated.
No idea, sir.
See, already when we are discussing about, I told you, we cannot completely automate the things, either 40 is to 60 ratio or 60 is to 40 ratio.
Oh, yes.
Did you remember that?
Yes. Put it.
Okay, fine. So, see, what are the types of main classification? What are the main classification of testings that are available? Testing type.
Testing type, black box testing, white box. So, testing type, main types, manual
Manual
testing
testing and
automation.
automation testing. No?
Okay.
And the manual testing.
Manual and automation. Okay, fine.
Yeah. And manual testing is divided into white box testing and black box. The white box is done by the development team and the black box done by the QA team. Hello?
Okay. Right. So
We need to explain the other testing types like sanity, smoke, regression.
That's the black box testing classification.
yes, I'm just going to ask you, what is meant by exploratory testing?
Exploratory testing.
Sir, I got a call from doctor. I need a 10 minutes.
Yes, please go ahead. What about others? Today, everyone is not not there actually. At least they want to tell yesterday itself, right?
Yeah, they told they are all ready for tomorrow.
Pardon?
They already they were ready today. They said they can join today.
Yes.
Huh.
I don't know why they did not join. Okay, fine, no problem. At least they can listen to the recordings. Okay. See here. what is meant by exploratory testing?
Exploratory testing.
Do you have any idea?
No.
Okay, fine. See, exploratory testing is nothing but it is a testing which is going to be done by some little bit experienced person who is not going to refer any documents. Once the build has been released, the person, the test engineer is going to take the build and he is going to verify minimal set of things. Either all the set of things are working fine. So is there any critical functionalities is there, directly you will be going to that particular point and checking. So based on your experience. So already you will be having some set of experience, prior experience, right? So if you have deal with some other projects or something, so in that you may have faced some set of issues in certain scenarios. For example, so if you take like some set of buttons and all, like it is not going to work in Firefox browser, but it will be working fine in the Chrome browser related stuff and all. And also some set of functionalities which is going to be like data driven related stuff. It's going to be very easy to access the data and perform the things in one scenario, and it may not work in another scenario. So such kind of things and all, it's going to be there. Okay, no problem. Next one is you understand what is meant by exploratory testing?
Yeah.
So they are not going to refer any document. Just they'll take the build and they are going to do some random, like a random testing only, but they are going to use the scenarios which they have like experience already, prior experiences. They may have some set of prior experience, right? So it's going to be like okay. Next one, it's going to be like what is meant by smoke testing?
Smoke testing is the black box testing classification.
Hello, sir. Yes.
Yes.
I'm done with the call. Thank you.
Oh, great. Okay, fine. So what is meant by smoke testing?
Smoke testing means testing the basic functionalities of software.
Okay.
The main and basic functionalities.
See, whenever the initial release, first release we are going to get, right? So that first release, if you are just going to check after releasing the things, if you are going to check some minimal things, either all the URL is opening properly or not, all the button clicks are working properly or not. You are not going to test any functionalities here. So all the button clicks, all the text box is expecting the elements, just you are able to save some details or not. You are not. You are just going to give some random data and you are just going to check that. Okay.
Yeah.
So like this, it is going to have the things like your minimal things and all. You are just going to check and you are going to make sure that yes, now we can take this system for the next level. Like it's
confirmation
nothing.
for QA.
Yeah, it's confirmation for doing the proper execution of like it's confirmation for the testing to get continued with the test cases. Test case execution will get started after doing the smoke testing only. In case, okay, fine. What is the sanity test?
Sanity testing.
Once the build is stable, we do the sanity testing.
No. See here, see smoke. If you are going to do, when you are going to do the smoke testing, see at the first time, if you are going to release something, that is initial testing is going to be done. That is going to be called as a smoke testing. Once this initial testing is done, in the initial testing, if you are going to find out the URL is not working properly, or some buttons are not working properly, the links are not working properly, text is not getting displayed as per the standards, some kind of things and all, it's going to be there, right? So those kind of like you are going to raise a bug or issue at this point of time. Then issues like the bugs which you are going to find, right? So the developers are going to work on that particular bugs, and they are going to give the some solution, and we are going to get the build to next build. See here, if you are going to take the build to and you are going to check all the missing functionalities or the bugs which you have reported at the time of sanity smoke testing, right? So that is, we are just going to call it as a sanity testing. You are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, what is meant by hosting, deployment or hosting?
Deployment means install our software at customer side.
No. See, deployment in the sense, see, once the developer has completed the software, or otherwise automation test engineer has completed his automation scripts, then he is going to move that code to one of the server, and from that server we are just going to access the application by using the URLs here, right? So this like you are either once the software has been developed and it is going to move it to one of the servers, either QA server or dev server or live server, something, right? If they are going to move that to one of the servers, that movement of code or software, which we are going to call it as a deployment. And after moving the code, you want to do some kind of configurations. Okay.
Okay.
So this initial, like that movement of code or software from one, like from the local system to dev server, and dev server to testing server to like what is this? QA servers or live servers. So that we are just going to call as deployment of the system or hosting the application into the servers. So like that, we are just going to call them as. You are getting it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So see, what is a manual testing means? See, what is a manual testing?
Manual testing.
Manual testing perform
It's a long
doing
time
the
testing with high cost.
See, if you are just going to test all the functionalities of your system by using set of test cases, then it is going to be called as manual testing. So if you are going to prepare some set of scripts for your application and your team is going to do the scripting like the software tester, where the testers manually execute the test cases without using some set of automation tools. It's going to be set as manual testing. It means that software applications is going to be tested manually by the QA tester. So here you are just going to test all the functionalities of the system. Okay. Without any automation tools. Manually, you are going to test the application by using the test cases. So you're just going to keep the test case as your proof, and you are just going to do the testings. That is called manual testing. And what are the types of manual testing that are available?
White box and black box. White box and black box.
White box, black box, and also another thing is called gray box.
Oh,
So-
combination of both.
Yes.
Yes.
And what is meant by a black box testing? Who is going to do this black box testing?
QA team.
Pardon?
QA team.
QA team, correct. Okay. Uh, so what are the black box testings that are available?
Smoke, sanity, UA, module testing, functionality, system testing,
Yes.
regression.
Yes, perfect. Okay. What is meant by component testing?
Sorry.
Component testing.
Component.
Component.
Component means unit testing, a small piece of software which is developed by developer. Testing the small piece of
By
software.
combining the small pieces. Hello.
Yes. Yes, correct. See, either they may call this component testing as either a module testing or task, some set of task testing or component testings.
And unit testing also, right? Or this
Unit
is different?
testing is going to be done by the developers.
Okay.
So developers is going to test and they are going to release it, right?
Okay. Okay.
So then only we are going to do that component testing. Next one is what is meant by functionality testing.
Functionality testing is testing the behavior of our application for correct and wrong actions. In functionality testing, we test the GUI. We do the GUI testing, like UI element, testing the UI element like text box, links, drop box, and then testing the error handling or error messages, and
Okay, fine.
testing
Just
the-
you can just simply say that functionality testing is nothing but we are going to make sure that all the provided functionalities which is given in the requirement and function specification documents is working fine. Okay. So without any like deviations or errors or anything.
Okay,
So
means
next-
our software function works according to the requirement, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Whatever
according to the requirement.
the functionality of the system should work as per the documentation requirement or function specification document.
Okay.
So we are going to do the automation in the functional testing part only.
Okay.
See, what is mean by regression testing?
It's a repetition of system testing. Same. It is a repetition of the system testing, the regression.
Right. See, where exactly we are going to bring up the automation? Why we want to bring up automation testing?
Because
To test
we
the
we bring the automation because if you want to perform the set of testing again and again,
Okay,
so we
fine. So repeatedly, if you want to test
yes,
the complete system, right, it's going to be very painful for us. So that is the reason we are going to bring up this automation at the regression testing level. Regression. So what is mean? What is the difference between retesting and regression testing?
retesting is testing the defect, uh, fixed defect again and again, and regression testing means testing the impact of that fixed bug on our other functionalities.
Okay. See, retesting in the sense you are going correct. What is your like your answer is correct only. Just I'm correcting the things. Retesting in the sense it's going to be what is the bug you have raised. If you then you are going to check only that functionality, bug related functionalities only. Is called it comes under the retesting. So regression testing in the sense, so anyway, if they are going to fix the bug in one functionality, so we'll not bother about that. We will try to check the entire system again and again. We are going to repeatedly check the system uh, to make sure that because of this particular change, any other things like so no other things got affected because of this particular change. So that is called regression testing. So what is meant by an acceptance testing? Acceptance testing.
Acceptance testing is testing done by managers along with the users uh, at the time of release.
See, this UAT, sorry, acceptance testing is going to be done by the customer.
Okay.
So either the customer, like he will ask us to, he will, if required, he is going to take our help. Either the QA person is going to be there, or project managers or QA managers are going to be help the customer to complete the testing part. Okay. So what is meant by alpha testing and beta testing?
Alpha testing is done just before the release at QA environment, and beta testing is done by the users. Means we release the software to some particular number of users.
Perfect. Right. So see, what is meant by integration testing? How the integrations are going to how the integration of your system is going to happen in your project. They are going to ask you related to your project, not common.
Project integration testing means testing the data flow, is integrating all the modules and testing the data flow between the modules from start to end.
Okay. So what is cross-browser testing? What is cross-browser?
So how to tell them how to relate this with our project? This is just a common answer, right?
The integration testing already I have told you. You are just going to previously like you will be having some set of modules or tasks or components are going to be released. So maybe module 1 has been already released. You have tested and you got make sure that it's working fine. And the developer is in the meanwhile, developer is going to release module 2. You are going to test the module 2 separately. And finally, you are going to integrate module 1 and 2. And you are just going to test the application saying that the entire system is working fine. That means it's after integrating the module 1 and module 2, there is no errors in the system. In case, right, if again you are just going to like module 3 is going to get developed, so module 3 is going to be separately tested. Again, like it's going to be integrated with the module 1 and 2. So like complete module 1, 2, and 3 is going to get integrated, and we are just going to check the functionality of the system. So because of that, integrating the system and making sure that the entire system is working fine after developing each and every bits and pieces of the electronics. You're getting it right? See, what is meant by a cross-browser testing?
Cross-browser testing means testing application on different browsers like Internet Explorer,
Browsers,
Chrome, Firefox.
Right.
Yeah.
What is meant by negative and positive testing means?
Testing.
Negative testing means positive testing means test the application by providing valid data, and negative testing means testing the application by providing invalid data.
Okay. So, do you know about what is usability testing means?
So
No.
No. Usability testing, I have already explained you. See, when performing the usability testing, testers needs to measure how the user friendly the system is.
Yes.
So UI related stuff. If you are going to test the UI of the system,
Okay, so how system is
how
easy
convenient the
to use.
software is for the customers, end users. Either all the things are getting visible properly to the customer or not, and if there is any unnecessary spaces is there in the application, or you want to utilize the entire thing properly. You're getting these points.
Means we do the usability testing
So
at the
human
end of
here, see, when performing usability testing, the testers needs to measure how user friendly and how much efficient or convenient the software for the end user, otherwise the customers. So human observations is the most important factor in this usability testing. So manual testing seems to be more appropriate. And see, what is meant by performance testing means?
after development, after the software.
Performance means it's nothing but you are just going to increase the number of users who is going to access the system, and you are going to observe the system performance. So either the system is it's the speed of the system is going to reduce, or it's going to be very high or something.
Okay, speed, security, load, number of users.
Load, by just increasing the load of the system.
Okay, and we test the speed, application
Speed,
by
load,
load.
all those things, load testing. So what are the types of load testing tools are available?
Load runner.
Load runner, right. Compatibility. See, what is meant by compatibility testing means?
Compatibility. Testing the application on different hardwares.
Okay, right. By using different hardware, you are going to test. By different softwares, you are going to test. And you are going to make sure that your application is working fine with the previous versions, with higher versions, in the existing versions. And also you are just going to make sure all the things are happening properly by in different systems or hardwares or operating systems or network environments, whatever it may be. Okay.
Okay. Operating system, environment, hardware. Okay.
So can you please explain me what are the stages of manual testing?
sorry.
Stages of manual testing. See, when we are going to call them stages of manual testing, right? You want to say unit testing, integration
No,
testing.
integration system
Same thing
testing.
only. There will be
Okay.
some set of twisting. That's it. Question is going to be twisted. It's not going to be very straightforward. See, uh, always right. The interviews are going to twist the questions, but you should be very careful while choosing the things. Okay.
Yeah.
While answering also, you should be very careful.
Okay.
So if they're going to ask you types of manual testing, what you're just going to answer?
White box and black box.
Right, white box, black box, and gray box.
Gray box.
Okay. See, what is meant by quality control and quality assurance?
Quality control means this is quality assurance is related to the process, and
correct.
we do means this is we check the documents, and this is quality assurance means to prevent the to prevent the bugs, and quality control means we test the software, develop software, we perform the QA before development, and we perform QC after development. And in QC, quality control, we this is the process to find the defect, and quality assurance is the process to prevent the defect.
Okay, fine. It's good. So, do you know what is meant by test bed in manual testing?
Sorry, sir, I did not get your question. Could you please repeat?
Test bed is nothing but it's an environment which they'll be creating for you to do the testing. Okay.
Okay, test environment.
Right. So, what is a test scenario and what is a test case?
Test scenario means test scenario is the part or it is a part of the application which we have to test, and test cases means we write the steps how to test this scenario. Right?
Okay, good. So, see, like this only it's going to be there. Still, apart from this, you will be having some set of twisting questions are going to be there. No worries. You just go through some set of interview set of questions from the Google also. You'll be getting more information in that. So then you can just proceed with the things. So we have done with the manual process. I just want to start the automation process. From tomorrow, we'll try to automate the things. Okay.
Tomorrow do we have class?
Tomorrow, I don't have any concern. Like you people only want to say if you are okay means we can just proceed. Even if you both are there means like we'll try to. I'll just ask them to join.
Yeah, I'm
Tomorrow
ready to join tomorrow.
Okay, then we'll have it tomorrow then.
Okay.
What time tomorrow, sir?
It's
9:30.
you are saying that this is the only time it's convenient for you. It means it is flexible time, right? Saturday and Sunday. That means in your case 10:30 to 11:30 or something.
No,
Tomorrow 9:30 to 10:30. Is that okay?
yes, I am also okay with 9:30 to 10:30, sir.
So 9:30 to 10:30 fine for you?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Fine.
then tomorrow we'll have the 9:30 to 10:30. Just will
Okay.
so confirm the same thing in the chart also. Like in the
Okay.
okay, fine. We'll meet tomorrow then. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.